What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. What a Ice Radio, the Lauren Reed Live Show. We're back.
We're back like we never left.
Like we didn't leave.
Got here cooking.
We've been here.
We moving. Moving and shaking.
You know what it is already. We have another groundbreaking interview for you. We always bring the biggest, the baddest, the best people to the table, hottest people to the table.
Yes.
Right? So, but before we get to our guest, Jay, what's up?
Chilling. I'm kind of upset that we didn't go to something in the water. Festival.
Did you see my post last night?
Pharrell's.
I'm home in my bonnet.
The scarf is
on, and I'm just scrolling, and I'm like, nah, Jay-Z didn't come out the front, and that's not what happened.
Diddy didn't come out.
Shorts. And Pastor Cavassier, Busta Rhymes. You know, Missy didn't just give me a hee like. This is not happening.
And today's Teddy Riley. Yeah.
They're going to be, first of all, let me be clear about something. None of those kids out there are going to be able to appreciate the new Jack Swing. No, nobody out there.
Absolutely not.
There is not going to be enough energy.
No.
But yes.
I would have been like doing my routines from the 90s.
I would have came like dressed and prepared. Like it was a whole New Jack City scene. But yes.
Brown haircut.
Correct.
Yeah, all that.
We officially missed the best music festival of 2019.
We have to go next year for sure.
We will.
And our guest is going to be performing there.
Oh, that's big.
Put that out in the
atmosphere. I like how you did that.
I like
how you did that. So with that being said, this gentleman sitting here at the table today has a banger out right now that we're going to talk about in a little minute. But he is from Philadelphia. We're happy to have him here. Everybody, Q Banks is here in the building.
Hey.
What up?
Thank you for coming to the show.
Man. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the love.
We've been trying. We finally got you here.
Yes.
I appreciate it.
But we all been working.
Definitely.
You've been working.
Yeah, you out here.
Right?
All of listen, 24/7. I need more time in the day.
Right.
So let's get started. You're like I said, you're from Philadelphia. So tell the folks. Tell the people what part of Philly you're from.
North Philly.
North Philly.
Yeah,
North. It's not North.
North. N-O-R-F.
There you go. There you go. Let them know right there.
I was trying to sound politically,
You don't got to do that here.
North.
North. It's definitely North.
All right.
So from North Philly, born and raised. Let's just talk a little bit about your background and how you got started with music.
Well, I come from a real musical family. You know, my dad's voice was amazing. My grandfather's voice was amazing. My grandma. My mom was trash, but you know.
Damn.
You don't got to do that to your mom.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
Yo, Nima, cut that out. I won't let you do that.
Sorry, man. She was trash.
Yeah.
But I will say, she kept us in church. So,
okay.
It was basically, I started off as, I was singing. I started singing probably like around like 6. I came out the house. I came out the room for like for elementary school, and I was singing like Boys to Men, End of the Road, and I didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
I was just trying to replicate what I heard on the radio.
Sure.
And she was like, "Quinn, you can sing," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "You can sing." So it went from that, and then I've been singing since I was 6. Then I actually wrote my first rap when I was 8.
Okay.
Wow.
And it was trash, so I don't remember none of it.
You don't remember it?
No.
Whose first raps was really hot? Though? Like,
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Do you really even want to remember it?
Don't want to know.
I
don't want no smoke with it.
Right.
So
wait, what was your first rap name?
Oh,
you gotta remember that. Come on, everybody.
I think it was Chance.
Oh, that's not bad.
You saw it before.
That's not bad. That's not
It was
bad.
Chance.
I thought you was gonna give me like lovable teddy bear or something like that.
No. And that, so. And I realized, like, when I wrote that rap, I'm like, damn, I like this more than I like singing. You see what I'm saying? So,
Got you.
like, throughout life, I still was, they wanted me to be the singing thing, and a lot of schools I went to wanted me to do the singing thing. And then, like, when I was able to, like, branch off on my own as a teenager, I just got more and more into rap. Being from North Philly, I'm from Erie Avenue. I had everybody, you know what I'm saying? We got all the hot dudes around there. And I just wanted to kind of be like them. Then I just
we've had a lot of like guests come in and say, when we ask them like how they get started, they say like their family either played instruments or sang or whatever. There's definitely a dope correlation with that, especially in the household.
Definitely all the time.
Yeah.
So talk about some of those inspirations from where you're from, other than your family, like group when you were growing up. Who were you listening to? Who inspired you?
Oh man, Biggie. Well, from this city, you talking about this city?
It doesn't matter.
Biggie. Most of all, I think Biggie's my personal greatest.
Okay.
But also like Jay-Z is like to me the greatest ever. I'm gonna say from Philly, of course you got Beanie Siegel. From my area, Hollow Man.
Hollow Man.
He influenced me a lot. You see what I'm saying? Like, I thought he was like the greatest, and I was like, and from Philly, I really wished he would have that plateau.
So we have lost some of the greats, unfortunately. We just recently lost Nipsey. Where do you think Big would be at this moment right now?
I think from my standpoint, well, if you like, I don't know how much everybody follow Big, but he already had his own label, so he was already he was already transitioning into being like the boss.
Right.
I mean, Big, you already knew he could rap circles around anybody.
Right.
So, but you gotta think. They came out with a Junior Mafia album, and he wrote 80% of it.
Right.
Exactly.
So
he wrote for all of them.
All the C's raps, all the Kim raps. You know what I'm saying? I think I don't think he wrote for. I want to say Nino Man. I don't want to get his name wrong, but I don't think he wrote for that guy. But I mean, at the end of the day, he wrote basically for all of them.
Right.
So he was already transitioning.
And Diddy.
And Diddy. So he was already transitioning into being the boss. So I'm pretty sure he would probably be, I want to say Jay-Z-esque. Similar, like something.
You think
similar.
he would be taking over like the business avenues
Definitely.
as well?
Absolutely. You gotta think with everything evolves, and he was already like he would already like he told Puff like I can't rap about being broke no more. I'm not broke no more. So then it's like after you finish rapping about that, what else do you do? Eventually, as smart as he is, he would have been like, all right, it's time to do something else. He would have invested, and what I'm saying, I think he would have eventually been like probably been like a Jay-Z type.
Basically, what everybody, well, not everybody, but like the Jay-Z, not like all.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, Nas, Diddy, those kind of guys.
Other avenues,
like still, come back to it, give a couple bars here and there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, even though we got the 444, we got the Everything Is Love. Nowadays, even now to get a Jay-Z verse is a blessing. So I think he would give like the little verses here and there.
Right.
That'd
That's
probably
for sure.
be about it for Big.
I'm with that.
So, let's talk about what you're rapping about. So, I mean, we know you have this song out right now. Yeah. It's about love, it's about heartbreak. Yeah. But other than that, like, what's your vision? What's your tunnel vision when you're out in the studio writing it in?
I try to give people, my like what's on my mind, what's on my heart, should I say? And I just try to be I try to be as versatile, and it's not on purpose. It's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have a process.
Okay.
I just go in there and I listen to a beat, and whatever comes out that's really what I'm going with. But sometimes I might go in and already have a song. Like like right now, like I don't write. So I got like 16 songs in my head that don't got beats to them. But it's just things that come in my head when I'm just out and about, walking the streets, or just in the house. I just, what I'm saying, I try to rap about a little bit of everything. I try to stay away from violence though.
Yo, like I said, we have artists and they talk about that, like how sometimes they need to hear a beat and then they get inspired, or vice versa. How you're saying, is there like a routine that you have when you're in the studio that you either gotta have certain things, or there gotta be a certain vibe, or candles? Or something, like.
Nah, for the most part, when I'm in the studio, I find it, and even though I never really thought of it this way, but I was noticing, like I was just in the studio last week. And I realized, like, I really don't have a lot of people with me. See what I'm saying? So I think people like distractions.
Sure.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I feel like, like I always got my, my guys, my team, my management. They always with me. But other than that, I might bring one person, two people, but then it's like they talk too much.
They not with them, but they're not on the same vibe though. It's more of a hangout type of thing.
Y'all hanging out, and y'all. It's like I appreciate the input, but let's keep it at a minimum, because I still need to record. I still need to focus. Being as though I don't write, everything is in my head. So you talking a lot, it's like throwing me off a little bit.
So it's funny that you say that, because I guess we see a lot of artists, and we always like, if they give us some like behind the scene looks at like the studio process. If you look at the greats, it is not a lot of people in there with them. It's like them and the engineer, maybe like one other person.
Right.
But it's just like, it has to be like a creative flow type of vibe, and everybody can't be a part of that.
Nah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Because I mean, to be honest, a lot of people sometimes, like they got their own little like agenda. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
yo, let me jump on that real quick.
Like, bro, like
you see me in the studio.
True story. Like we don't do a lot of Instagram in my session either.
Okay.
Like, we don't do a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? But like true story, I was recording out Cali, and it was a song called Flashbacks, and my brother was out there. He was like, yo, I'm gonna give you 3 hours. So I was like, that's more than enough time. So I go and I record my first verse, and I record the hook. My homie that was there, that's a homie, and there's no disrespect, but it's a homie. He like, oh, bro, I got to get on that, John. I'm like, bro, if you wasn't here, this would have been on me. Right. You see what I'm saying?
He took 2.5 hours, didn't he?
We eventually took him off.
Yeah.
I mean, no disrespect, that's my dog, but I mean,
it didn't work.
It just
Y'all
made
ever
more
see that
sense to
meme
keep
where the
me on.
person got their earphones hooked up to a garbage can
Yeah.
and they're like listening to
friend
your brand mixtape?
No.
You ain't say no names.
He not trash though. But he might see this. He not trash. He not trash. That just wasn't his song right there.
That just wasn't him.
In time,
it wasn't for him.
in time,
I got
we
you.
gonna get
That
him on something.
happens. That happens though.
In
Like,
time, he definitely gonna
you
get
make
on
it
something.
perfect for another song, another
Definitely,
beat, another
definitely.
feel.
In the
Yeah,
future,
another-
I want to work with all my homies, man. Eventually.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's take a quick break.
Sure.
When we come back, we're going to talk about the single. And we're going to talk about the project as well. And there's a lot of other stuff. We're going to play a game or two.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Get some fun stuff
coming
going,
up.
right?
Looking forward to it.
All right, everybody. You already know what it is. It's your girl, Lauren Ree, right here, Water Ice Radio. Don't go nowhere.
And we're back. Lauren Ree live on Water Ice Radio. Jay the gentleman. Lauren Ree, our guest. Two Banks in the
Yo, what up?
Yeah.
We are still here.
Formerly known as Skilling.
Whoa.
You are wild.
I had to throw that in there.
Wait a minute. I told you, Chance.
You know what, though? You know the people might be like, oh, I remember him.
Oh, yeah, that was the boy from Reverb Nation.
Exactly.
Man.
All right,
Pen.
let's get into this single that you have out, The Breakup.
Yep.
So talk to us about the concept of the song.
Who hurt you?
Man.
Yo, let him tell the story. We know the story. Let him tell it.
Let me get a couple shots before I talk about this. Nah, it was a true story of like a crazy heartbreak, and it was crazy because like when I was writing it, I could have I was writing it while I was still dealing with her. What made it, but it was towards the end. But what made it so crazy was like I could have fixed it, and I was saying to myself, I was like, I was talking to myself. And like one day she had came in and she was like, seriously, you give me the look.
Cause you know what I'm about to ask you.
Go
ahead.
Let me talk before you.
Go ahead.
I was already looking at it.
Before y'all get on me like this.
No.
You sure you want to go down this road?
Listen, let me talk.
Go ahead.
So listen. So listen. We she came in one time and she was like, I wonder how this gonna end. And I was like, what do you mean?
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, what do you mean? She was like, I would never, I was staying with this chick, I would never kick you out. And, I don't know, like whether you wake up one day and not want to be here no more. We don't talk as much as we used to. Like she was breaking down a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So she had went out with her like family to the mall, and I was talking to myself, and I had a conversation with myself. And my heart was like Quentin, listen, you leave, that shit gonna hurt. It's gonna really hurt you. And then in my mind was like, man, listen, my nigga, it's the hoes out there. They waiting for you. It's the devil. The devil and angel. They waiting for you. The devil. They waiting for you out there. You might as well go out there and get it popping. So of course I chose the devil.
Yes. Like most of you do.
Yeah, like most of us. I don't want to listen. It's my first. I don't want to get hurt. I'm just telling you a story. So like, and the crazy thing, and the reason why I called it the breakup was because. When I first started talking to her, she was saying to me, like, I don't want to be in a relationship. Okay. She's like, all I want is a friend, and that's it. So she said that. Yeah.
As they all do.
We be lying and y'all know it.
Yes.
Y'all know
that's what
it.
I'm saying.
Right.
So
you're like, bet.
Yeah, bet. But in my head, I'm like, man, I'm gonna break through all that.
Right.
I'm gonna get the girl because it was like she had everything I wanted. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I'm getting that. I'm getting through that. I don't care what you're talking about. So, but it took so much work that by the time she wanted to be in a relationship, I didn't want to as much anymore.
So I get a different vibe from the song. Can I be honest?
Go ahead.
So from the way that I listen to the song, it almost sounds like you saying like, yo, shorty, you not who you used to be.
True.
But you just telling the story that it's really because you wanted to be with the hoes.
I didn't want to. I left because she wasn't.
I do my research, Q.
I'm happy you left. I'm happy. And obviously I'm happy though. I'm happy because at the end of the day, she wasn't the person she used to be. But at the same time, I wasn't who I used to be. See what I'm saying? So we both changed through time. But you know what? You know what though? That's every relationship. Once you realize, like, once you get past the novelty, the newness of it, once you get past that, the honeymoon stage, once that shit over, you got to really, really put in a lot of work.
Absolutely.
And I don't think at that time I realized what I had. Okay. So even though it was never a relationship, when we finally decided to stop talking to each other, it felt like a breakup because it was like I was losing my best friend. Right. This is somebody I was dealing with for like a year and a half, 2 years. Okay. So you gotta think I meet your family, I'm around your nephew, that's my dog, your sisters, I'm around everybody.
It's a
so
hard transition.
It's like that. It's like somebody dying, but they still here. You just can't talk to them.
Right.
It's like that's how much you heard it. You see what I'm saying? So when I say stuff like, you know, like when I say towards the end of the song, you used to need me to breathe, I guess you breathing fine. Like now it don't even matter no more. Like you used to need me for everything. You used to look for me to lead, now you leave me behind.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like I see all these changes. Then, you know, the last verse I say, think about it, is it coming to an end? Then maybe we just better off as friends. Because I seen it. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I wrote it while we were still together.
So when she found, were y'all not together anymore once you released the song?
Yeah, we just released it Valentine's Day.
Okay. So I guess my question is, is that the first time she heard it, possible, or that you know of?
Nah, yeah, I sent it to her. Yeah,
Okay.
You know, we got like very like minimal
communication.
You know,
Okay.
like, it's still like it's crazy because it still hurt a little bit.
Especially if you're friends with the person. Like we gotta be real with that.
That's
Like
the thing. Like you see what I'm saying? Like
different emotions.
That's people don't understand that.
That's
you know,
the hardest
like,
people to like separate from if you became like friends with them.
It's like no matter how much you pray, and it don't be the same. You can't get that person back. And even if that person decides to reach out to you and talk to you, if you say how you doing and they text back, it's still, you know, it ain't the same vibe. You see what I'm saying? Like they really like, if you ever try to sit down and try to be with that person or have a real conversation with that person or try to like go out and just get drinks, catch up, they don't want to do that shit.
Right.
Because they remember all the time. They still hurt too. Like, no, remember what you did to me? I'm cool. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Won't have no rap.
When you sent her the song, did she say? Did she have any feedback on the song itself?
She basically was like, she basically was saying that this is a really amazing song. You know,
that's
you
good.
Now she's real positive about it. You see what I'm saying? I told her it was about her before she heard it. She wanted to get a sneak preview.
Sure.
I told her no.
It's gotta be finished.
Yeah, it gotta be finished. Gotta be perfect.
So, I mean, me and Jay talk about this a lot, especially when we talk about relationships. Possibly, do you think that like being evenly yoked as far as like someone like in the industry or doing kind of like the same thing as you kind of would help with that type of thing, or that doesn't really matter?
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That don't matter to me, man.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like I'm like no disrespect to anybody, but I just think like a lot of those relationships be fake. And it's like this how I look at like with me. I don't really know how good I'll ever do in another relationship. But as far as like with somebody in the industry, these are people that like they don't know me from a can of spray paint.
Right.
I might come out with a banging song and I might get hot overnight. Now they want to be around me. You only want to be around me because I'm hot. You don't reach out to me now.
Right.
So to me, it's like that's weird to me.
We talk about that a lot.
You see what I'm saying? Now, that's honest to God truth. I could, you know, I don't. First and foremost, like I don't shoot my shots in people DMs or nothing like that. Let alone a celebrity. So if I was to say reach out to somebody that I think is a beautiful woman, they're not going to say nothing to me because I'm a nobody. You see what I'm saying? But then I become that guy.
Oh, you don't have to even shoot your shot.
We need to go out and get some vegan burgers. Like, I don't want to do none of that. You see what I'm saying? Now it's weird. Like,
now it's weird.
Now it's weird. Now I know what you about. You
that
see
was Mike Jones back then. They didn't
want
me.
Now, yeah, 284-330. You know what I'm saying? Hit Q Banks up on the low. Hit Q Banks up on the low. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all crazy. But even though not even like industry relationship, like I always say, like you have to have someone that has a like mind of like of what you are doing. Like even if like it could be a lawyer, she can just be as busy as you are, right? Because it like for me personally, if you're not busy, I can't rock with you because you sitting around waiting for me to be available, and I'm not going to be available. So I need you to kind of be just as busy as me.
But also though, you don't want nobody that's too busy. You know what I'm saying? They still got to have time for you. So I mean, at the end of the day, it's like I mean, think about it, right? Nah, seriously though. So that's my thing. So, all right, so what kind? Okay, so all right. You say you want somebody as busy as you. All right, cool. You're a busy person. All right, so let's say I got like a 30 city tour. And let's say you got like a crazy press friend. When are we going to see each other?
When you're both in the same city.
So what if the schedule's on the line?
I believe I know this sounds cliche, but I know people. But it's the truth though. It's true though. It's super true. Because look,
if you really want to link up, y'all will.
You'll do it make this time. Look, I'm just saying. I'm saying from a woman's perspective, we're normally, labeled as the one who's supposed to be like sit back and waiting. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Let me,
and like that's not what it is anymore. Like that's not how it's rocking no more. Like you got to catch up.
All right, so let me so let's piggyback off of that. Let's talk about I'm gonna use a relationship. Let's say Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Yep.
So
he's taking the back seat
until he had no choice, but he admitted on Everything Is Love that he cheated, right?
Yep.
Why do you think he cheated?
Because he's Jay-Z and he has access to every woman in the world. Absolutely.
You don't think she was too busy?
No. I personally don't think it has anything to do with it. I mean, yes, you have Beyonce. She's the biggest superstar in the world. She is beautiful. She has all this blah, 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 blah.
He almost went Eric Benet.
Because he's Jay-Z, and because I think he has a man ego like any other man.
I love Jay-Z to death.
I love Jay-Z. He's my favorite rapper. We were just talking about Jay. But he's still a man.
Yeah.
And men believe that they have this ego about them that says, hey, yeah, I can have Beyonce, but I also can have whatever supermodel or whatever no-name bad chick there is because I can get away with it.
But he didn't get away with it. He didn't get away with it, though. He didn't get away with it, though. He almost, Solange gave him the 2-piece. Let's tell come on, man.
He got away for it. Let me be clear. He got away with it more than what we know about.
Okay, let's all right, we done.
Come on, bro.
I'm good.
All right, come on now. He had to change the weather to keep his family together. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I have to agree with that for sure.
He can only stay in New York for 2 days, and he got the role. They gotta go back to Cali.
Yeah, they got that big
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. I don't know nothing else to say about it.
I'm just saying, like, the industry relationship,
that's
like,
hard.
tip is just kind of like,
it's tough.
It's tough. It's different.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I just use the biggest couple in the industry just to get some conversation out of y'all. So if the biggest couple in the industry had problems, what you think you gonna do?
Right.
Yo, we're back, everybody. It's your girl, Lauren Reed, right here. What a Ice Radio, the Lauren Reed Live Show. And we got Q Banks in the building.
What up?
Really appreciate your transparent conversation.
I appreciate
but let's get into the business aspect of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Q Banks
so not only are you doing the music, but you have your own brand. So let's talk about branding and how important that is to the business.
Branding is very important, especially in this day and age. You know what I'm saying? You gotta dare to be different. You know? I mean, but it's all about quality too. It's like quality over quantity. Like for instance, we QBanksMusic.com, we dropped the breakup on Valentine's Day, and at the same time we dropped the hats, which is my man, I got one on,
Jay has a hat on. You have a hat on.
This
lovely box.
Got the lovely box, you know what I'm saying? Everything, is on, everything was dropped at the same time.
So let's take a sneak peek into the box. We like gifts around here. So again, thank you for bringing this.
Oh, no problem.
That was the thing that.
Well, first of all, yeah. I love the artwork.
Yeah,
on the
City
front.
Hall.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Philly. For sure. Yep. Everything. Dad hat. See what I'm saying? Dope. Some, and it's right in time for the summer. Got the shirt. Got the shirt. Yeah, take it out. Let me see what else. Let me see what else we got in here.
Yeah, how did you get the idea for the logo?
We came. With the breakup. Basically, I believe the artist who made the logo Can, and we basically just listened to I guess he listened to the song and came up with this amazing cover art right here.
And you said earlier.
What you were saying?
Got more stuff?
Yeah, when you said earlier that it was like we both changed. I see it.
That's what I'm saying. Now you see the change. You see what I'm saying? You see the change. So that's in the beauty of branding. Even with this, it's limited edition. You know what I'm saying? So it's everything is I think we got 100 hats, 100 shirts, and once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone.
So everything that anybody gets, I want them to cherish it, but I also want everybody to understand this really took a lot of work. Sure. My manager, I got on his nerves a lot, but we went into overdrive. My manager Jeff, man, he's a fucking
shout out to Jeff,
fucking genius. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to my whole team.
This is a very unique box.
Yeah,
this is always a good plus. Anytime you can do something personalized,
and that's the thing.
Amazing.
I was about to say that. Even with the business part of it, to be personal for you, I want you to not forget. I don't even it don't even matter whatever it costs or whatever you pay for it. Everybody's getting the same. I want you to understand it's of course it's about business, but it's also from the heart. It's also personal. You see what I'm saying? So it's everybody gotta really. Every artist should feel the same way I feel. Y'all said, I don't want to put nobody on blast, but y'all said that people, don't come up here with gifts and whatever the case. But I wanted y'all to feel
No, that's dope. It's a dope touch.
Well, we were talking about off camera how nowadays, people aren't selling albums.
Nah.
People aren't winning a lot. So you gotta come up with different
Something different. Like some people use the business aspect of it to, and coincide with the albums. Right. That's I'm not doing that, but I mean people are doing that.
So how important was it for you to actually learn the business before? You've been doing this for a while.
I mean a lot of the stuff I learned on the fly. I learned by going through some stuff, seeing some stuff, and and observing, and then just being following the wall and just listening. Like, I mean, if you look at everybody, like you see, all right, for instance, right, music, it's interchangeable. Music it's coming out nonstop.
Right.
So you gotta be different. And that's where QBanksMusic.com come from. You see what I'm saying? Like we want to be different, and we just selling, we're selling more than just merchandise. See what I'm saying? So like we're selling an experience. When you get it, you're really going to remember it. No matter what, you're going to remember it.
So QBanks, you said QBanksMusic.com. Yeah. Is that where they can actually get the merchandise? Can they get the box on there too?
Everything, the song, the box, the hats, the shirts, the pins.
Okay.
Everything is on QBanksMusic.com.
You just mentioned versatility.
Yeah.
You got a lot of songs.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah, man. I got a lot
in the
of
cut,
songs.
right?
Like a Band-Aid. I got the Motivation coming up soon. That's coming out. That's very different. Very, very different.
Okay.
From what y'all heard. Now, I'm done with the heartbreak.
Oh.
I'm cool. I ain't getting
that was good for one.
I ain't getting my heart broke no more.
All right.
I mean, you might hear me talk about, things, and because here and there, a little bit of sprinkles, but the Motivation is coming soon. I don't think we releasing a merchandise for that one.
Okay.
But we got a lot of stuff lined up this year, man. A lot of stuff. I think we're gonna do more merchandise with another song we got coming out probably end of the year.
Okay.
Do some more merchandise.
Any touring?
I'm trying, man. I'm just working right now. I did a what was that? Pub Web. I did Pub Web.
Okay.
Twice in like 6 months. I'm trying to do something different now. I'm trying to go to like Johnny Brenda's. I don't know if you're. I'm just trying to keep building. Johnny Brenda's. I got like little mini goals for myself.
Do you like those smaller, intimate places?
I love it, man. Like I think, see what I'm saying? Because I feel like for me, like I'm such a personable person. See what I'm saying? So it's just like I want you to like walk in. I want you to get the business side of it. You're gonna walk in. You're gonna see the merchandise.
Right.
Like that's you're gonna see that. And then, but I want you to be able to feel like you can. I'm here. Like I can see this guy.
You can reach out, touch a guy.
Yeah, I can high five. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
like,
got you.
I'm not shy of the big Wells Fargos and anything like that. But I love the intimate setting.
But I also feel like as an artist, and I feel like this is where a lot of new artists, when they blow up so fast, they don't have that rite of passage of learning your craft.
And that's the thing.
As a stage performer.
That's the thing.
Those little, those small venues to get to that.
And then you got to realize like everything, and you got to realize everything that we're talking about as far as with website and everything, branding, everything. We've been working on it for what, 2 years, 2.5.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like we just woke up and was like, hey, let's throw some shit out. Nah, this has really been like we've really been working at this stuff. We've been my manager, like he's been like motherfuckers like a genius. You know what I'm saying? So he's like a mad scientist. Everything when we think it was good enough, oh man, bro, I don't think it's good enough.
I got you. You need that.
I'm like, Jeff, come on.
That's this guy.
Like, nah, bro, it's just not yet, bro. It's not good enough, bro. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
So, and that's, but you know what though? But it's the Jeffs of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's it's my other teams. The Carries of the world, the Zacks of the world. It's people like I think we all like we make a great like unit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like
it's hard to find that.
Yeah,
too.
you know what I'm saying? It's I guess times where like I would be frustrated at something, but then I would go like to Carrie, and Carrie would explain it like, well, if you think about it this way, then I'd be like, all right, you got a good point. You see what I'm saying? And
what about some visuals? Music videos?
That's that. I want that. I want that for the people. People keep asking me for the breakup, like the video for the breakup.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be really
that's a touchy situation for me. Like I don't really want to be in it. I mean, if I was to do it, I wouldn't want to be in it because it's still, like I said, it's still even though like I had this song for a long time, it's still sometimes I still find myself drifting off. Like
okay,
so I definitely want to do the video for that. I want to do a visual for. I got a song called Fame. I really want to do a visual for that. My brain for that is like it's constantly spinning. You see what I'm saying? So like that's a part of the versatility. I got like so many different like things I'm thinking about in my head, but we definitely got visuals coming.
Cool.
Everything is coming in time.
Nice. So what we'll do is we'll come up with another break, ask a couple more questions, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, everybody, it's your girl Lauren Reed, Q Banks, Gina Gentleman is here. It's What a Ice Radio, y'all. Don't go nowhere. Yo, we are back. It's your girl Lauren Reed. Jada Gentleman is here. Q Banks is in the building.
What up? What up?
He's still here.
He's still here.
Man, happy.
I mean, I tried to grill him a little bit, but
yeah, she did.
He gave me the little,
she gave me the hot seat.
shake.
You got comfortable though.
But you know, from his request, he asked to play one of our games here. Before we end it all, so one of the games we like to play around here, we used to like try not to name it, but now we just do. We're gonna play Black Card Revolt. Now, many people have sat in this chair, and I have taken their black card.
Yikes!
So I have no problem with doing it again.
But
I think you're going to be okay.
Thank God
I can tell from the conversation you're in okay.
I can make
now, these are two different types of questions we will be asking.
All
it
right.
will be majority rules questions, and they will also be correct answer wins.
I like those.
All right. So I'm going to start you off with the easy one, and this is correct answer wins.
You ready?
Are you ready?
Hey man.
Do you need a drink of Do you need a drink of water?
I might.
I
might.
We don't have one.
Okay.
So let's start.
Here we go.
What did LL Cool J want his Around the Way girl to have? Is it A, diamond earrings, B, extensions in her hair?
Extensions in her hair.
You don't even want the rest of the answers?
Nah.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Answer is B, extensions in her hair.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
That was a
You know.
little warm up.
You know.
All right.
Listen to L a little bit.
Now, this is a majority rules question. Now, you said you grew up in the church, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you should be good with this.
I slept a lot.
A lot of us, but it's a majority rule. It's a majority rules question, so no wrong answer.
All right, cool.
What's the moment you hate at church?
Preaching.
It's a majority rule. You know what I mean?
my
It's
bad.
like we all gotta, I gotta agree.
Go ahead.
So A, when you gotta stay after. B, mama talking to everybody. C, getting out to the parking lot. Or D, when the collection plate goes around again.
For the second time?
For the second time.
Second time?
All right. Now, I'm not even
Preaching in that new
Preaching
Cadillac.
wasn't even in it?
preaching. No, preaching was not in it.
So I have to go with
So which one do you hate the most?
When mom talking to everybody.
Mama talking to everybody?
Yeah.
What's yours?
Go home.
Yeah, I always thought the second plate was funny, so I'm gonna say my mom talking too much.
Mom talking too much?
Yeah.
My joint is A, when you gotta stay for second service. You gotta stay after.
That joint hurt it too.
That joint hurt. That hurt.
That's a good one.
But majority wins here, so y'all got the.
Cool, we got
You
that.
gotta
Because at that time, you're just trying to get home. Like,
Yeah,
you're just like,
yeah,
boy.
facts.
You
yeah.
know, mom gotta talk to everybody.
Mom gotta talk to
All right, so
everybody.
you good so far. 2-0.
Cool.
This is a correct answer wins. He went double platinum with no features. A, Drake. B, J. Cole. C, Future. Or D, 21 Savage.
Damn, sure ain't Drake.
I know this.
Going with Cole.
The correct answer
Cole
is
Word.
B.
Gotta be
Cole
Cole. That's my
J.
guy.
Cole.
Yeah.
I love Cole. It's my guy.
All right,
Gotta be
listen,
Cole.
you're doing really, really good here.
3 for 3.
So it's up to you. Would you like your last
Cole
question to be
World.
majority wins or correct answer wins?
See, majority rules me. Y'all gotta help, so I'm gonna go with correct answer.
All right. This is one of my favorite ones. I love this question. And most people get it wrong.
Right.
But I don't think he's going to get this one wrong.
Okay.
I don't know, man. A lot of pressure.
The question is, if Young Metro don't trust you,
Ooh.
what might Future do? Is it A,
Ooh.
call the cops, B, beat you, C, fight you, or D, shoot you?
If Young Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you.
A, D is the answer to the question.
There we
And
go.
Q Banks, you may be the first person
You went 4
to
for
be
4.
4 for 4 on Lauren Reed Live's edition of Black Card Revolt.
That's what I do.
Good
Appreciate
job.
that.
Word.
All right, Q. So what you got coming up for us? What's next for you?
We got the motivation coming out
Okay.
soon. You know, we're gonna work on getting placed on some movies, some films.
Nice.
You know, it's a big record, man. We really gonna push that one to the moon.
Okay.
And we're just gonna keep going. I'm still working on my project. I talked to my people about, I'm trying to work on a project called Back to the Top. I don't know, basically I want to talk about that a little bit.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Back to the Top. Basically, it's TOP. It's an acronym
Okay.
for talent over popularity.
Okay.
And I feel like,
We need that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of like popularity over talent. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I feel
right.
like, a lot of the it's Instagram basically running, like Instagram's the A&R of music now. That's
for sure.
It's hard because like the guys, it's a lot of guys like me that got talent and a lot of guys that I know that have talent, and it's like it ain't no avenue. So I mean, of course we got to kick the door down, which I don't have a problem doing. See what I'm saying? But I want y'all to, respect the guys that got talent. It's like I'm one of those people, like I'm not in it for like the monetary value. So I'm not in it for the money part of it. Like I really want to help my people.
Nice.
See what I'm saying? Like I really, really want to like open up different avenues. People got different like ideas. It ain't everybody don't want to rap. Everybody don't want to sing. Everybody
can't rap and sing.
Can't rap. Everybody can't sing. It's a lot of them now. That's the popularity aspect of it.
Right.
It's like, all right, well, you can't rap, but you got this song that everybody likes. So,
right.
Yeah, but we're gonna start changing how people look, view music. We're gonna take it back to the talent with the motivation.
Like that.
You know what I'm saying? And once we drop that and we push that, and the more people get to hear me. I got an extended clip of music. Man. I'm
nice.
Just gonna keep going, man. I'm keeping it up. Like I could do this. I'm trying to do this for as long as possible.
Do you think the acting bug might bite you?
That's crazy. That's a dope question right there.
You want to do that?
It's a dope question. Nah, because when I was a kid, I was in drama, and I was like, this was like I actually was good at it.
Okay.
So I mean, I would do it if it was the right part. I did a little bit of I did a couple skits, Instagram, whatever. It was fun. You see what I'm saying? It's fun.
Right.
I like
nice
it.
little outlet,
Creative outlet. Exactly. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than. And I look at like nowadays, like music is just the the beginning. You see what I'm saying? It's more things you want to do. Like I eventually want my own label.
Nice.
On my own label. I do go back and forth on like trying to be like in I want to be in like a serious movie.
That'd be cool.
I want to die.
Like a drama.
A drama. He said, I want to die.
There's a lot of acting skill to die.
I know. That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? It take a lot of acting to die.
The whole room was like, wait, we weren't expecting that.
It takes a lot of acting to die. People don't understand.
To stay alive.
Like, yo, when I tell you, like, y'all might say, like, I know a lot about stuff, but I really look into a lot of acting. And I look at the people dying, I was like, yo, he was trash.
Right.
Like, his death was corny.
Really?
Yeah, I look at people die, like, I could watch a movie with you and be like,
Y'all had like the tears.
He twitched his eye, twitched a little bit. Like it's like I look
you
at
are
stuff
wild.
Like, yo, like make sure before I go.
Tell my mama I love her.
Yeah, like just die. Like you know what I'm saying? You did too much, man. Seriously, man, there's a lot. But I definitely do want to I definitely want to venture into acting. I was writing a movie. I stopped though. I got a lot going on in my head.
Sure.
So you know what I'm saying?
That's normally the creative process. Yeah.
So I wasn't kidding about seeing you at like something in the water festival.
Yo, I would love to be. I would
like
love
some of the lineups. I'm just like.
Nah, and that's the thing, man. But
popularity content.
That's what I'm saying. Talent over popularity, which is why I'm.
Or if it's the label that's running it, is everybody on the label?
But like with the music, like I want the music to speak. Like every show that both shows that I've done, should I say, like I've gotten incredibly positive reactions. See what I'm saying? These are these are songs these people never heard before.
Oh.
So just imagine when we do get the breakup out there to the world, when we do get the motivation out there to the world, when we do get the fames out there to the world, the whatever other song, the Back to the Top EP, whatever gets out there. Just imagine when people can actually be real, like they can feel like, wow, I know this guy now because I heard all this music.
I feel like an artist like that right now for me, who's very refreshing, is from Philly, Tierra Whack. Like,
man,
her visuals,
fire.
She's like on a whole nother level, and she can spit.
The definition of different,
right?
Yeah,
good different though.
Great different.
Tierra. I like. I'm a big fan of Rocky.
Okay.
I love Rocky.
Yeah,
Rocky's dope. But Tierra Whack is amazing.
She's good.
Yeah.
So tell everybody where they can actually find the music, or I mean, as far as the single.
But the breakup right now is
everywhere.
It's QBanksMusic.com got a portal where basically Spotify,
so all your major streaming,
all the major streaming sites is on QBanksMusic.com.
Got you.
I got the Q Banks Music Instagram page. Just QB Instagram page JUS_QB.
Okay.
I'm all over the place, man.
In the webs.
Listen,
I'm all over them webs.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, thank you for coming by.
Yeah,
this has been fun.
It's real
for
fun.
Sure. Make sure the next time you drop your new single, you bring it here first. Come through. We'll talk about it. We want to be at your next event as well. Just first time you're here, you're a guest. Second time, you are family from now on. Cousin, right? All right, everybody. You already know what it is. It's a Laundry Live show. We are here every Tuesday, 8 o'clock on all major streaming platforms. Shout out to everybody at Water Ice Radio. Shout out to Water Ice. Just in general, we are your scoop to everything Philly. And never, ever forget, not all superheroes wear capes. Sometimes they wear headphones.
Peace.